Hey guys, just got a few pickups to show you. Just a couple of bits, a couple of games and some Blu-rays and TV stuff and that. First one, John Carpenter film, amazing. I've got it on Google Play Movies as well, but I had to have it, even if you just see the artwork. Big Trouble in Little China, such a great movie. I remember watching this when I was a kid. You watch it and you think, what the hell is going on? But it is such an iconic movie. And Kurt Russell's really good in it. It was back in the day when you sort of watch Tango and Cash or Escape from New York or LA. Really good. Bit of martial arts as well. And then some random monsters that you've got no idea what the hell they're doing there, but they certainly rock up. But yeah, classic. If you've not watched it, give it a watch. Then one I've not watched, but I think I've seen a review of somebody talking about it. Said it's quite a good film, quite a sort of cult film. So, and HMV had an offer on Blu-rays. So, and they do like a special premium collection edition. But it looks really good. It looks a bit cheesy, but it's one of them that you've got to watch, I think. And that's Krull. Is it a reflection? Yeah, this one looks really good as well. It looks a bit, I think people sort of think it's a bit like Rygar because of his weapon he uses, but obviously it's a bit different. But it looks like it'd definitely be a good film. It's like if you're obsessed with sort of Conan the Barbarian and all that sort of stuff, I think you'll like movies like that. And then again, another classic, Logan's Run. And again, they do these sort of funky cases that you get with the clear Blu-ray from HMV. Look pretty cool on the shelf, especially against all the sea of blue boxes that you tend to get. Then another classic one. Remember watching this when I was a kid. I'd not really watched the cartoon, so I wasn't really sure whether it followed the cartoon or not. But when I watched this, I remember, especially right at the end, the baddie, I can't remember when I watched it, but I was quite young, and the baddie was quite scary, for then anyway. And obviously, the main guy, Dolph Lundgren in Masters of the Universe, obviously seen him in Rocky when I was a kid, in Universal Soldier and that, so you see a film with him in it and you get it, don't you? So, but yeah, I remember right at the end where Skeletor turns gold and they're fighting, and it is such a good movie. This one I had to get off eBay. It's like a Danish one because I just couldn't find it on UK Blu-ray anywhere. Even advertising for another good film to get, The Punisher. But yeah, another classic. But I gotta say, I never watched the cartoon, so I wasn't really sure whether it followed it. I don't think it does, but it's still a good movie. One that you might not have heard of, but I remember having this on VHS years ago. The main guy in it, you would have seen if you've watched the third John Wick movie. He's like, not like the main baddie, but he's the one that, when John Wick meets up with him, shit's going to go down. This one's basically, he's got like a mechanical heart or something that makes him stronger, faster, gives him faster reactions, and people are basically trying to get it off him. So they need to kill him to take it out of him, basically. And it's just about him trying to get away. And it's called Drive with Mark Dacascos. So he's the baddie in John Wick 3. Boldy in that, I think. So, but this one's a bit of an old one as well. And it's also got one of the guys that's following him is, I can't remember, he's in the 89 Batman. What's his name? The guy that the Joker sort of really relies on with like the beard and the glasses and that, and then ends up killing him in the end because he fucks up or something. But yeah, he's in it. But it's a really good watch, and it was like a couple of quid. I think it was off Music Magpie's eBay site. And it's, to be honest, it's been a while since I've bought a DVD. To be honest, it's usually Blu-rays, but I'm pretty sure you can't get that on Blu-ray at all. And then the next one I've been after for a while. Always seems to be creeping up in price at CEX, or whenever I've seen it, the quality of the outer packaging has been crap. So again, I think this was another Music Magpie purchase off their eBay site, but it's something that you've got to watch. If you're a fan of this TV show, you've got to get this and watch it because it's so good. And that's the big bottom box. So as you can see on the back, it's got the movie and then the live shows that they do, which are so funny. I've got the first one that they did on VHS. I remember having that back in the day. I think at some point my VHS player chewed it up when it made that bloody horrific noise when it just go and it destroy your tape and you'd be like, no. But yeah, that first one, so funny. Like especially watching a TV series. The movie's a little bit weird. It's not as it's hard to explain. It just doesn't feel the same, but it's still alright. But I'd probably watch the live ones over anything else. So that's all the movies and TV stuff, and I'll do some of the games now. It's all PS1. So next few, I've got the light gun for the PS1. So I thought, what sort of game should I get with it? Because it came with Time Crisis, and I've been playing on that, realising either the calibration of the gun's crap or my eyesight's on the wonk, because I just constantly get killed. But then I thought the next classic games you've got to get for the light gun, so I bought the bundle cheap on eBay, the Point Blank. So 1 and 2 seem relatively easy to find. 3 seemed a little bit harder. I think it goes for a bit more in CEX, but it was cheap for that all 3 of them. So pick them up. I've not had a go on them yet, but it's one of them must-haves. I think if you like light gun stuff, you've definitely got to pick it up. Then another one. I've done this a few times now, where you sort of don't really look at the listing on eBay. You think, oh, that's a good price, I'll pick it up. And then you realise that for some reason they've bodged it into a bloody CD case. You know, it was probably now 42 or something, greatest hits of some shite, and they've bodged the thing in it. Instead of just buying a PS1 case, they just hack it to pieces and then stick it in there. But Toy Story 2 is a really good game. I remember playing this back in the day. It was that and Bugs Life. They were really good games, actually. You think now obviously they're kids games, but they are quite a bit of fun. Sometimes the mechanics on the PS1, you know, camera angles and all that sort of jazz, but it's definitely one that's worth getting and trying to have in your collection, you know. Then another classic. This one, I remember playing hours and hours and hours, and it's I was desperate to complete it when it came out. It's just had a remake as well, but I've not played that yet. I'm a bit hesitant because I think I really love the original, so playing a new one, is it gonna... It sounds weird, but I don't really want to like the new one more. But, you know, you're never going to fall out of love with a classic, are you? But Crash Team Racing. And yeah, on that, it's just such a good game. I mean, I'm a big fan of Crash anyway. The PlayStation 1 is always a big console for me. I remember playing it when I was a kid a lot. I think before I even owned one, I didn't own one until the PS2 was a year old. Because growing up we didn't really have much, so we had to wait till it was like on on a car boot at cheapo price, and I think when I first got it, it came with demo 1, and I just played the life out of it because there was nothing else, you know. But then slowly getting games, you know, asking for Christmas or going to your local game shop in town to try and get something cheap that you can just play the life out of. Crash Bandicoot was always one that I was obsessed with. I still really like the first one, to be honest. I mean, the other ones are good, don't get me wrong, but the first one has just got that nostalgia for me, especially with Crash Team Racing. I say that's such a good game. You get so much fun out of it. I think I actually prefer it to Mario Kart because I think I've got more nostalgia for Crash than I have for Mario, so I think it sways me. One of the other good games I remember playing a lot before I even got my PS1. Long story short, I've had like I've broken my arm 6 times when I was a kid. Nothing suspicious, right? You know, I got dodgy parents, but when I was constantly going every week to the children's hospital to have my arm x-rayed when I was a kid, they had a PS1 locked up with the, you know, the old TV and the PS1 that was locked up like Fort Knox, and they'd always have Croc in it, and I'd play the life out of that thing because it was the only exciting thing there. You know, you're in a hospital waiting room with a load of kids that are ill or broken bones or crying, so you've got to find something, and the first thing you do is go to this PlayStation, you know. And I remember, like, I was obsessed trying to, every chance I got was straight on there, stay there until the doctors called you. Even though, again, that's got really dodgy camera angles, really glitchy as well, the first one, but another classic. Then next one, I didn't realise this one actually had a sequel, and then when I saw it and it was like £2, I thought, is it because it's crap or is it because no one knows about it? But I didn't even know this one had a sequel. But it's Die Hard Trilogy 2. I think it's just like the other ones where you've got a bit of everything, you know, light gun, you've got driving. It's a bit of everything, really. I mean, it could be absolute trash, but for the price, you can't, you know, a couple of quid. Nice little pen mark someone's left on the disc. God knows why you do that. And then they decided to put it on the back of the box. Someone's a big fan of LEDs. But yeah, you have to let me know, guys, if you've seen this one before, because I've never seen it on a video, anyone's pickup, so I don't know whether it's good or not. And then this one, I played this when I was a kid, and I think on this one on CX goes for like 20, 30 quid, something like that. Then I was flicking through on Music Magpie's eBay, and they had it listed like this, and I thought, it's a really low price. I thought, is it the same game? Because most of the Music Magpie's listings don't actually have a picture on it, so you could be buying out. You know, you think you're buying a DVD, and you end up with a child's hand in your post. You know, but this one's a really good one. Spiders, and that was 11 quid, which made me really suspicious that I was just going to get like a disc on its own or something. That's quite a cool little platformer, and it's a good mechanic because obviously you're a spider, you can climb up walls, and it's quite linear, so you know, if you die a lot or something's catching you, you can learn, you know, the enemies don't change where they are really, so. But yeah, that's another good one to play. So that's it, guys, just a quick one, and be back with another soon.